Hello, my name's Maria and you're watching the Rich and Simple Living. Before I start, I'll make apologies in case I sneeze a lot. I think I've got hay fever coming on. I've got sneezing fits and I sound really bunged up, and I know I haven't got a cold, but I have been outside, and I'm wondering if it's a touch of hay fever. I don't know, do you get it this early? I'm one of these who get hay fever from tree pollen, but once that subsides and the grass pollen comes into play as the year wears on, then I'm fine with that. It just seems to be the first sort of spring couple of months, so I think it's the tree pollen that sets it off. So if I do have a sneezing fit, I'll try. If it's too bad, I'll switch off and start again. But if it's just one or two, I'll try and carry on. But yeah, if you wonder why I sound a bit bunged up, it's because I've been outside and I think I've got a bit of hay fever coming on. What we're doing today is Monday. I'm going to show you the garden. It's that time of year again when we do the garden collaboration. It's hosted by Victoria from Home Educating the Mad Lads, and we have a couple of others taking part as well, and we're from different parts of the country. Along with them, we've got a lady in America who takes part as well, Lisa, and that's really good to watch. I love watching things from all different parts of the world. I love to see how other people's gardens are, what they grow, and because when you get to a different country, it's obviously different things from us as well. We do have the same things, some of them, but other things are different, and it's really interesting to see, and I just love looking. So yeah, if you like me, definitely go and check them all out. But yeah, like I say, it's garden collaboration time. It runs between March and April. It's normally the last week of the month. Well, I think this month ends next Monday, but I thought, well, I'll do it this Monday. Sometimes you forget, as the months go so fast, we forget and almost miss it sometimes. So I thought, I'm going to do it now. But I want you to see the sort of state my garden's in at the moment. I was saying what a downer I was on with it last year, anybody who was watching it last year. And I thought I was going to sneeze. But yeah, my downer hasn't really picked up much, and so I'm going to show you what's happening anyway. So I'm going to spin you around first of all and just show you out the window what the front of the garden looks like, albeit it's a bit overgrown at the moment, but I'll show you. I'm not going to talk when I go outside because next door's got their radio on, and obviously copyright reasons. What I'll do is blank the sound out and then I'll just do a talk over. So hopefully that all works out okay. So yeah, I'm going to swing you around. I'll just show you out the window and show you what's what. Everything's more or less the same out there, so I'll just show you. Okay, so hopefully we can see. This is the front of my garden. You can see there over here the pear tree. That's just started getting leaf on it. And then there's a little stick there. That's a conference pear tree. Is it conference? I think it is, yeah. And that's just started getting leaf on it. Down the side is the borders, where last summer was the dahlias and the marigolds. Well, it's spring now. We did have a long row of snowdrops. I have to think what flowers were. Snowdrops, and they look lovely, but they've gone back now. They're just a leaf. And the daffodils are starting to come out. We haven't got very many daffodils this year. They're few and far between. I haven't seen a lot in the shops either. But yeah, I can see a lovely bush behind. That's next door's garden, the forsythia. That looks beautiful every year this time of year. It's a shame because forsythia, the flowers come first and the leaf afterwards. And it's such a shame when it dies back because it looks beautiful. But yeah, I'm not supposed to be showing you that, but you can see it, so I thought it looks nice. Right in the corner is a couple of camellias. I can see that they've got the buds coming on them, so it won't be long until they're flowering. Probably next month you'll be able to see the flowers on them. It looks a bit of a mess down there. It looks all greenery, but a lot of it is leaf for flowers. And we've got what they call bluebells coming through, and now bluebells are just all leaf. I don't like to cut them down when they're growing because they make a lovely flower, but when the flower's done, I normally just chop them all back because the leaf's just horrendous. Anyway, here we're going a bit fuzzy. Oh, there we go. You have to excuse me shaking because I'm zooming in. There we've got a Victoria plum tree, and you can just see some white bits on it, if you can see from me shaking. There's some white bits on it. They've blossomed, and it was full of blossom. The first time ever it's been full of blossom. So I'm hoping this year we might get some plums, which would be really nice. There's the weeping willow in the middle, and I don't think you can see it because all the bins everywhere. There's another, maybe if I come this way, let me see. There's another Victoria plum tree there. It looks a bit like a stick. I don't go in anymore, we get too shaky. But that's not had no blossom on it yet, but it always seems to grow slower than that one over there. I don't know why. But last year it did have one plum, so we'll see what happens. In front of the weeping willow, oh, I wish I'd stop shaking. In front of the weeping willow, there's a apple tree, Golden Delicious. That's got a leaf coming on it. And over here is the apple tree that produced basket and basketfuls of apples last year. I can't remember if I told you 4, 5 or 6 baskets, you know, linen basketfuls. But it just looks like a stick at the moment. Didn't cut it right back and thought, oh, I hope it grows. But I'm sure I said this last year. But there is some buds starting to appear. So we'll see how it does. Seems to catch up with itself a bit later in the year. So yeah, that's all grown. There's flowers along the wall. It's supposed to be lawn. I don't know if we can see from here. There you go. This is the edge of the border at the top of the garden. And it's lawn, but it's got all daffodils in it. And even if you get the bulbs up, some reappear. So, yeah. Do you know, I had a daffodil in flower early in February along this border. Crazy. Should have taken a picture, really. So, yeah. That's the state of it. That's what it's looking like. The lawn does need a cut. They do say don't mow till May because of the insects and bees and what wanting the pollen, and I have seen bees, but they're not in the lawns, or there's no wildflowers on the lawn as such except for along the wall, and they're not in flower yet, but they've been on the little catkins on the weeping willow. They're in and out of there. There's been quite a few in there, so I'm not too worried about mowing my lawn because there's nothing really on the lawn that they will go for. Oh, my flowers are in the borders, and like I say, they've been after the weeping willow, so yeah, that should get a mow soon. So we're going to go outside now and we'll see what the rest of the garden's like. So we're out on the patio. Most things are the same as last year. I've swapped around this year though. That's the aster there, but I'm going to put that in the garden later in the year. The apricot tree, which doesn't really seem to be doing anything. The fairy garden is in a state of disarray. Lisa's going to sort that out. That's the mint that's left as it is, and I put the palm light tree, whatever it's called, into the corner over there because it was in the way of the gate. There's no pots at the moment. That one's got a random daffodil in it, but there's nothing growing along there at the moment. I need to sort the pots. I've got some crocuses going back in that little pot. Then next to it, I can't remember what it's called, but one of my sons bought it me for Mother's Day last year. Put it outside and it's still growing lovely, so I've left it, see if it flowers again. They're the blueberries and they're growing right high. They're doing really well, so I put them in that corner. Now I did have the bamboo in that corner, but you'll see where that's gone in a minute. Dean's painted all of the little edging stones. I think they look quite nice cream to match the posts because we painted up on the patio, done all the blue and the cream, redid it. And there we've I've forgotten what that's called, the climbing plant. I can't remember what it's called, but that's coming on in bud anyway. And I've got some pansies here. These are all just seeds that have dropped themselves and reseeded, so they look like they're going to thicken out, so I've left them. So that's what you're used to seeing. Nothing's changed in what I've just shown you, other than we're swapping the pots around on the patio, and I'm going to try and have less of them because we end up with too many. So yeah, I'm just going to sort a couple more out and put them on. I want pots rather than the plastic ones, and I've got loads of plastic ones. I'm thinking about putting them on the front and advertising them on Facebook to see if somebody wants to come and grab some for free. But yeah, that's how it looks at the moment. Now let's go and see what's changing. So here we go, round to the back where the blackberries were. Say were. Dean dug them up one day. I didn't even realise he dug them up. Oh, and there's the bamboo in the corner. That's where I decided to put that. But he dug them up without saying anything, and I had quite a shock when I went out and they weren't there anymore. So I've got no blackberries anymore. But I think with blackberries, round about us, there's loads that grow in walkways and everywhere. So it's not that I can't get any free blackberries, but I would like to have been told about the blackberries. The lawn's looking a bit of a mess at the moment, and Dean's up here doing the ducks. Still got this little bit here, and there's another one of them climbing flowers. But I can't think of clematis. That's what they're called. I've just remembered clematis. That's in bud. I've got the lavender along here. I said last year I was going to put them along here, and I did. And look at this. I've got some self-seeded sweet peas shooting up. Got quite a few shooting up here and there. So I'm going to leave them. And you can see the lavender all the way along. And Dean took the pond out, cleaned it all out, and he's putting patio slabs along there so to make it cleaner and easier to clean them out. Although the ducks don't mind sludge, the messier the better, but you know, it just doesn't look nice and it can get a bit smelly. So if we can eliminate as much of that as possible, all the better. So we'll go round to the greenhouse now. We did tidy all this up. It's all been jet washed, tidied. Then he started work again, and it's all like a bomb site. But hopefully when he's finished, it'll look better. We'll get tidy again. So I'm going to try and struggle getting the greenhouse past the wheelbarrow. And you'll see in here, look at that, spotless, nothing in it whatsoever. Tubs are all empty. We've had a good clean out in here. And it's all empty. Dean painted it out the other day. Nothing there, nothing on the shelves, nothing. Now I'm hoping to start to grow some flowers, but I'm not going to grow many at all. I was going to do some cucumbers and tomatoes, but I'm not sure if I want to. Maybe I will. That's why I've left the big pots there. So if I decide to, they're there. But at the moment, nothing. But it's a bit early. I don't start in March anyway. It's normally April when I start doing the seeds. So come and see the real big change. Look at this. Everything's gone. Everything. All the boxes, all my walkway. The sheds have moved position. Because they were further up. Now they're down the bottom where those pens were. Dean's had a bonfire in the middle burning wood. But look at it. It's all work in progress at the moment because we're having a bit of a debate what we're going to do with it. He's mounted all that earthen wire up there and doesn't know what he's doing with that. So he's gone and done a job before he knows how to complete the job. So we've got to work all that out. Because it's good wire and you don't like getting rid of things that are good because you might need them for something, another project. But we'll go through the animal compound. I see little Marshmallow sunbathing in the sun. She's quite happy there. She loves going down the bottom to sunbathe. We'll go and have a look. I'll show you what it's like. So this was the walkway. The animal pens were on one side and all the garden boxes were there. So I don't know what we're going to do. Dean wants to grass seed it. I think that's a ridiculous idea because look at the size of it. Imagine how much grass seed it's going to take, and you know, just trying to grow it all, it's going to be a nightmare. So we've got big gaps in there now, but we've got to leave the gaps so we can paint in between the fences. But I don't like the colour of the fences, the sheds now, sorry. I don't like them. I don't like the grey because the cream's not there. It just doesn't look right. There's the big mound and all the wire. He says he'll deal with that bit later and just cover all the main part. And I thought, well, it's not all going to blend in then, is it? It doesn't make sense to me to do that. It's all got to come up. There's where the slabs have gone, which have gone into the duck house. I did want him to slab all the way down, but he's just done halfway for now. We've got bricks and things to use there. I've got plenty I could have done all the way down in the duck house, but he's only gone halfway. But yeah, I'm going to leave all these bottom slabs in, obviously, for going in and out the sheds and that. But the rest of it, Dean wants lawn. You can't seed all that. It was too big a job. Well, so it cost a lot, so we'll turf it. I'd rather just turf it and be done with if we're going to lawn it. But then again, that's what I bought that black stuff for the other day, to cover all of this, to stop the weeds coming through until we can decide what we're going to do with it. Because if I need to change it back to vegetables, then I can just plant them as they are. Don't need to put the boxes there. But yeah, so these are the gaps in between, enough room to walk around them so we can paint the sheds. But yeah, this bit's still the same. All of the little bunny cages and guinea pig cages, they're all happy. Guinea pigs aren't out today. They're inside the little house bit. And there's Dean working away. But this side of the lawn needs doing. It never recovered from when we had the pool there the year before last. And see, he put seed down then. And the seed, even though he covered it, still came up and got scratched up. It just isn't a good idea. I think it'll need some turf. Expensive, but, save for it. But look at this sky. It's gorgeous today. The weather's beautiful. And it's really warm out. For March, it's unseasonably warm, really. But, yeah. Patio looks nice. Still like the patio. I've got some pots there to sort. I'm getting rid of some. But I'm going to keep this one with the pattern on and the big one there next to it. And perhaps put some pansies in them. So, yeah. That's how it's all looking. So, like I say, I don't know what we're going to be doing yet with the garden. Likely I will lawn it, maybe. We shall see. Unless we decide we need to plant a load of vegetables, then it's there. Although I'm thinking that if I put new lawn that side, because the other side's so messy and dug up, maybe I could swap around and, do a bit of growing on that side if I need to. Because it's all got to be sorted out. So when, I don't know. But yeah, at the moment I do feel a bit down with all the gardening. I think we've had a couple of years of bad crops, and last year I thought, the year before was bad, it can't be that bad this year, and it was. Nothing seems to grow, and I'm not the only one who says that. People are saying it everywhere, and not even just in this country. I'm hearing people say it in other countries too, that they're having problems with their crops. I don't know whether it's all the weather's all anyhow, but I don't know. I thought about putting polytunnels out there and maybe growing in polytunnels to see if we can regulate the crops a bit. Whether that would work, I don't know. But at the moment, I just feel I want a break from it. I just need a break. A few flowers, where I showed you down the borders at the start of it. We got dahlias that come along the back. I might put a few more dahlias in, pack it out with some dahlias, and then put all my marigolds under the camellia trees at the front to give colour to that, because I haven't got many seeds left. I've not done a seed saving video this time. I didn't take many seeds last time from the marigolds because I just was fed up. But I've got enough that I'll get some from the front. And of course, the beauty of them is you can get more and more and more every year if you do pick them. So originally they came from a packet that belonged to my uncle that was donkey's years out of date. Found it when we cleared his house out after he died. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it, because I do. I'll just sling any seeds in. And they always grow, always get some that grow. So yeah, it grew from that, and then I got masses and masses. So it'll depend how many seeds I save this year, how many I get next year. But I'm thinking they'll go under the camellias at the front, and I will just pack that long border out down the front with dahlias. I've got dahlia tubers in, provided they grow this year and haven't rotted, and I'll try and get some seeds and start them off, and we'll have some more hopefully. And that be all right then for the graves. I can cut some for the graves. At the moment there's artificial ones on the graves and they look really nice, and to be honest, most people have got artificial on there. You don't seem to see many fresh flowers on graves these days like you used to. A lot of people go for artificial, and I think that's because of the weather, because you buy them and they die, and they're not cheap to buy anymore. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what we'll do. We'll have a go and see what we can do anyway, and see if I get my mojo back for next year. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So that's the garden for this month. I will drop links down below as to who's taking part, or who I know is taking part at the moment. Others may join us as the year goes on. So if I miss anybody off, it's not deliberate. I'm just not really aware that you're joining in, but you'll be there for the following month. So yeah, or I can always add it into comments later on if somebody comes along. So that's what I'll do. Check them all out, and I shall see you now Wednesday. I was thinking what day it was then. Every day seems to be the same. I shall see you now on Wednesday, and then Wednesday he'll be shopping. All being well, we'll be going shopping, see what I get this week. So until then, take care everybody, and thank you for watching. Bye.